y'all you're gonna love the show. I told y'all you're gonna love the show. Oh my god. Wow, I'm so happy that the show is taken off. But like, also I want to say thank you to all the people who like gave me fan art last week of me and the characters. Like, that was just like awesome. It warmed my heart. So I really did love that. Yo dudes and dudettes, your friendly neighborhood JaxBlade is back with another episode of Trainers React, the series where I use my knowledge of personal training and exercise science to analyze how effective the training routines shown and how heavy the dumbbells you lift, aka Dumbbells and Kilometero, actually are, and what works and what's kinda, you know, a bit iffy on that. And last week I had really fun. Remember, this is just like a toned down version of Would That Work Out, my series where I analyze other characters' routines, and since this series is pretty much made for this, I've just been super excited for it for the last 2 years, and oh god, I'm so happy. And I know some of you were asking, oh, is this channel just gonna become Trainers React? Oh, don't worry about that at all. Like, I always have a video in between these. Like, it's never just gonna be like, oh, one thing on my channel, because like, I'm actually working on a script for a video that I've been researching a lot of, and it's really fun, and I just can't wait to make it live. But don't worry, I'm gonna try and always have like a video in between. There's never just gonna be like, oh, constant this, because even I'd get tired of doing one thing. And while Dumbbells and Kilometero is my favorite anime and manga for the last 2 years, I'm so happy these girls are finally here. I'm so happy. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be, you know, switching up. This is just something that I'm really passionate about, and I get to share my passion with y'all, and I hope you enjoy it. This muscle! I don't care. Before these 12 episodes are up, I'm gonna master this entire song in freaking Japanese. I don't care. I'm gonna like spit bars of this in Japanese before all 12 episodes are up. Just give me time. Give me time, because this is a bang. I was listening to this all week last night at the gym. Now let's actually pause and talk about what Hibiki is going through right now, which is actually a very common occurrence where a lot of people will be like, I thought I was losing weight because I've been working out consistently, but I'm gaining weight. What is this? And it's just a very common occurrence. I've gotten many calls in the middle of the night like, Coach, I'm starting to gain weight. I don't know what to do. I've been working out, following the diet. And it's just like, chill. I understand. It's cool. We've got this. We will work through it together. I'm pretty much, just go look in the mirror. Tell me how you look. And that's pretty much all it results to, is like pretty much what Machio is saying right here. It's a fact. Like, when you build muscle, you will weigh heavier. Like, now people misconstrue that and say like, oh, muscle weighs more than fat. No, exactly like how Machio said, muscle and fat weigh the same. You have a pound of muscle, pound of fat, it's still a pound. It's just going to be a lot more dense. It's going to be like, if you have people like, pretty much this example, what he's showing right here, that is legit how it is in real life. Also, if you're worried about this sort of thing, I'm gonna give you a method so you can like actually get better results instead of just like looking at the scale, because the scale can be liar. It doesn't take into account like, oh, I probably ate a lot of sodium today, so I'm retaining a lot of water. Oh, I'm gonna weigh way differently later in the day because I've consumed a bunch of food, or versus very early in the morning after I poop. So like, your weight constantly fluctuates throughout the day. Like, you're never gonna be the same weight at the beginning of the day, at the end of the day, if you've just been doing your daily routine. It's just not gonna happen. So this is how you can make sure you are actually getting results. It's just to A, look in the mirror, see if you notice visible changes to your body. Like Hibiki even said right here, like, my arms are starting to feel tighter, my body is starting to feel a bit tighter and stuff like that. But you have to actually like see visibly, like, okay, I've noticed some striations here, I noticed this little thing right here. But another thing to do, get a measuring tape. So hold on one second. Now what you need is like a tape measure. You can get these from the store, like any store, like very, very cheap. Like anyone could like get these, or like you just go to school or anything like that. What you want to do is measure your waist, or I prefer to use the belly button right around, so you just go around and measure your belly button. And if you notice that area is going down and you are improving in the mirror aesthetically, because it's a very visual thing, you have to look in the mirror and be like, okay, I'm noticing the results, I want to make 100% sure. That is just the ideal 100% way that works for like me and most of my clients, especially when we're getting results, because the scale, again, like I mentioned earlier, can be a bit tricky for a lot of people. So if you have another way that you want to do, you can definitely leave your comment down below. But that is my ideal method. It's worked for me consistently. If you don't have body fat calipers or anything like that, or you don't want to go and get like your body fat measured at a studio or anything like that, this is what I personally find works best for me and my clients. So just give it a try if that's what you're really stressing out about. Also, this whole thing right here of like how some gyms will like make people go on these super diets and they can't stay with it. I literally covered this 3 years ago in my 3 Like Stool of Fitness videos of like how people will always go on these diets and they'll get super in shape, but then once they come off them, they'll just be like, oh, I'm out of shape again because I couldn't maintain that strict diet. Like, it happens to a lot of movie people, a lot of celebrities go through this. That's why I said it's so important to just have a healthy eating plan, find your nutrition that works best for you and your goals. And we'll actually expand on this a bit in the next episode because that's what they're going to be talking about primarily, and I can't wait because that one, let's just say I have some opinions about that next episode. But yeah, it's going to be fun. We'll get there when we get there. But again, this whole thing, again, you should just find a nutrition plan that works for you, that lets you live a healthy, fit life, because everything he's saying is 100% accurate right here. Still just so blown away by the animation. It looks so good. So damn good. Also, I love how Machio becomes more tan when he flexes like actual bodybuilder. Like, that is such a nice little attention to detail right there. I love it so much. It's so funny. Ah, good old lat pull downs. I love these babies. And Akemi's doing it great like usual. Machio's explaining it great. Okay, like, honestly, most of these exercises, I would say, like, at a basic level, are really well explained. Like, they're really well done. Like, he's explaining everything that is valid. But I will say that I do notice that some people do respond better to doing unilateral back training. Now, what I mean by that is unilateral is just you're using one body part at a time, because with lat pull downs, some people have this problem where one of their sides is stronger than the other. So it will overcompensate, and then you've got like this Quasimodo hunchback thing going on, and you don't want that to happen. So a great way to fix this is from an exercise you've probably seen from one of these great goats right here explained, but it's just like a single arm lat pull down with a cable, because what you're doing there is you're isolating the lat and you're really focusing on contracting it and squeezing it, and that's going to give you even size, so you don't have to worry about like this or anything like that, because some people will like automatically just overcompensate with one side that's stronger than the other, the one side that's dominant in the other. So I would just incorporate doing single arm ones as well. Like, they're very simple. Just go to a cable machine and do like how I'm doing right here, and then just, you know, pull down and squeeze. Make sure you really squeeze. And another thing that will actually give you more benefits to your workout is to do a mind-muscle connection. What I mean by that is, when you're working the muscle, don't just do the movement, actually feel the muscle working. Like what I typically like to do is between my sets, I will like go and I'll squeeze and I'll like flex and stretch that muscle and be like, okay, I'm working this, so I can actually get better gains from it, because I'm like, oh, I'm focusing on this exact muscle. If you just do the row, it's just gonna be like, okay, I'm just doing the movement. But if you actually focus on squeezing, contracting, and really feeling that muscle get the gain babies going, then you will see so much faster results and so much better gains if you're like trying that. So I highly recommend trying that out. But again, what Machio just said right here, 100% chef's kiss. And to go off what Akemi is saying to Hibiki right here, this is actually a thing I've actually talked to a lot of women about who have the same fear. They feel like if they start weight training, they're just going to become these massive bulk, like, you know, women and stuff like that. And if that's what you want to be, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But know this, like, on average, that's not what's going to happen, because their bodies just do not produce testosterone like that. So it's not going to be like you become a She-Hulk. It's more like you'll become more athletically lean and like muscular, but not like super yoked if you're like focusing on it. Like, typically you just would look like something like this, not like a freaking bodybuilder, because those women, and majority of them, are getting outside help from situations. Though there were some cases that I actually did read up on where like there were these women who just had their genetics let them build muscle in a certain way that wasn't like normal for them, so they were outliers in the situation. And I always talk about outliers on this channel because my catchphrase is everybody is different and reacts differently. So, you know, just see for yourself. Like, I mean, you'd be able to stop. Like, you wouldn't be able to just go like, oh, I'm just gonna keep lifting and turn into a bulk monster. You could honestly just be like, okay, well, I don't want to look like that, so I'll just readjust my training. Funny enough, they're talking about muscular endurance here, because that is what we talked about in my video I did a couple weeks ago on like why anime heroes train with muscular endurance instead of just doing insane reps. And remember this, folks, like there's a certain rep range for people on average, again, because like I'm not gonna say this is like the end all be all, because everyone is different and reacts differently, is like typically sets of 5 to 8 reps, that's where muscle strength and muscle growth is hit. But sets with 8 to 12 reps is where primarily hypertrophy, you're just working on muscle growth. And then beyond 8 to 12, like 12 to 15 and above, that's all like muscular endurance. But again, those are not the same for all people. Some people react differently. So this is why I always encourage people to use their bodies like laboratories and test what works best for them and see like the type of results they would do. Because sometimes things that you think on average would work may work differently on you, and you're like, what the heck? All the studies show differently. Remember, test your body. See what you're made of. I actually have a whole video coming out on this very topic that I can't wait to drop, but it's going to be so good. But yeah, this thing right here, great words, Akemi. Man, I wish my gym had a protein bar like this. This is so good. This is so awesome. Okay, looks like we're talking about supplements now, but now I'm not gonna say the full supplement topic because there's a later episode that I believe this season where they're gonna talk fully in depth about it, so I'll go in depth there. So I'll just talk about the whey protein right now. Now, supplements pretty much are how they sound. They are just a supplement to your training and diet. They are not a replacement. All right, that's what some people make the mistake of. Like, well, you just go, I'm just gonna have a protein shake for lunch, dinner, and you know, that's it, and nothing else. And for some people that works if you're trying to get like a super lean goal, but if you're just trying to be healthy and fit, you gotta work on your 3-leg stool of fitness. And remember, for those of you who've been with me for a while, 3-leg stool of fitness is just all the stuff you need to make sure your body is healthy and fit overall, which is making sure your training is on point, making sure you're sleeping enough, and making sure your nutrition is on point. So you gotta make sure you have a healthy eating plan too. So like making sure you're getting your tons of fruits and vegetables in there if you're just eating. Like protein powder by itself, great. It's like, it's just convenience. Like, it's so convenient to just go, oh, I don't have to cook a chicken or cook a steak. I can just go take some protein. That's what it is. But that doesn't negate the fact that you should be eating like various like healthy foods like rice and beans and fruits and vegetables and like getting your fish and lean stuff in. Like, depending on what you are, I don't know if you're a vegetarian, vegan, keto, or anything like that. Like, we'll talk about all that next episode when the nutrition stuff comes up. But yeah, there's nothing like wrong with getting a protein shake in after your workout. Like, it's just helping you. It's an easy way to get it in. Like, I try to take like just one a day. I don't take anything else because I always eat like healthy, balanced meals because I really love cooking. I love cooking. It's really fun to just find a healthy recipe and try it out. That's why I really should do more Jax snacks. I really should. So I'll try to do some more. Like, let me know if I should do some more Jax snacks. But yeah, I would just say this is fine. Like, it's great. But the whole golden hour thing, I will comment on that. That is debatable because like there are always different studies for so many things, because like there are so many people who say like, no, you have to get it in within this time frame, but then there are people who do intermittent fasting and show like, oh no, you don't have to do that at this time. But the thing about fitness is it's really about trying to find what works best for you. Like, that's all it truly is, because I don't think there's anything like super universally agreed upon besides like eating spinach, because like every time you find a study that says, no, this is good, someone will find a study say, no, it's bad, and then it's just a back and forth. So honestly, test your body, see what you're capable of, and just see how you react to it. For example, I've met like a ton of great people who like just know fitness knowledge, but then I've also met a lot of fitness people who are a bit closed-minded with their approach with certain things. Like, they just feel like, oh, I went to school for this many years, I studied all this is a fact, this is how it works for all of mankind, nothing can tell me otherwise, studies show. And it's just like, well, did you try it on yourself? No, because studies show. Well, did you try it on your client? No, because studies show. And it's just like, well, what you're telling me is you're not showing it. And I believe like even great YouTubers like Brandon Carter and Athlean even brought this up too, where people will say this thing like, oh, studies show, but they don't actually apply it to themselves. That's why it's so integral and important for you to have an open mind and try things for yourself. Of course, if it's dangerous, you know, don't do it. But if it's something like, oh, I'm just gonna monitor if this worked. Okay, I noticed a substantial increase here, but not in here. Oh, well, that was this way this week instead of that week. It's just simple things like that. Just monitor it in a book. Like, that's the best way to get the best health and fitness gains of your life. So always keep that in your mind. Both of these girls are just plain adorable. That's what it is. They're just freaking adorable. Like, oh my god, I love these girls so much. Oh, okay, all right, y'all. This what they're doing right now, the pool, where they're looking at people's bodies. No bullshit. Like, my friends who did this with me, comment down below. We used to do this all the time back in high school. Like, no BS. Like, not in like a demeaning, like body shaming way, but we would see someone who has like, let's say like super yoked arms and be like, oh, but they have no chest. So I wonder what type of training they do. They're probably a boxer. I bet they like do a lot of boxing work, and they'd be like, oh, that's a boxer. Oh, this person has really thick thighs. I wonder that too. Cyclists, like they just mentioned right here. Oh, that person is really ripped, but they're not necessarily like built like a certain way. What do you think they do? They're probably an MMA guy. Oh, MMA, and it's just like, we would do this so much back in the day. It was so much fun because it was just like, oh, that's how you do. And then we would go to the person and ask like, excuse me, do you do this type of sport? And they're like, oh yeah, how'd you know? And it's just, I love this. I love this so much because this is something I used to do all the time and still low-key kind of do, not like in a body shaming way, but it's just like a way of like looking like, this person's got well-developed forearms. They have to carry a bunch of stuff. I wonder what type of, okay, I got what you do. And it's just, I love it. I love this so much. Okay, here we go with the stretching now. Now, this is one of those times where I partially agree, but I also have to like put in my input because I do think it like needs some like little context instead of like all stretching bag. Now, stretching like this, just completely cold, that is dangerous. That is 100% dangerous. This is valid in that remark. Like imagine your body like a rubber band. Like imagine a cold rubber band. Like if a cold rubber band, like it's easier to snap. But if you warm it up, get the blood flow going, get it maneuverable, then it becomes a lot more tangible and you can like move it around and it's like, okay, yeah, now I can get more out of it. So that is very important to always do those dynamic stretches, get the blood flow going. And it's why I did these 2 little circuits you can do on my channel right now where I have a warm-up routine that you can do. I call it Zenkai Boosting Your Energy. It'll help boost your energy and just make you feel better for your day. I'll leave a link to it right here. And another one I just did recently a couple months ago where you just do another warm-up routine, very dynamic stretching routine, and just like a light calisthenic routine too, where you just feel like I'm just getting blood flow all throughout the body, and it's going to help me a lot. Now, again, I do not suggest stretching before weight training like that, the yoga weight training, because it will not help your lifts. But doing it like afterwards or post, I truly do believe like stretching, like especially if you're doing martial arts, like it helps you kick higher, it helps you just become more limber, helps you kick more powerfully. Also, it is like really good just to have like nice deep stretch and just release all those little knots in the body and just help you feel good about yourself. Like I remember I used to get a lot of injuries back in the day, again, stupid ego lifting, but when I started incorporating yoga into like a routine where I go like 2-3 days a week, a lot of these injuries just go away. Like I feel so relaxed and so like, oh yeah, I can do it after yoga. I feel really good. My body just feels so loose and less tight, and I don't have to worry about like, oh, if I bend over, I'm gonna like rip my back or anything like that. So I do recommend checking out yoga classes. But this whole thing right here, this dynamic warm-up routine that Kemi is doing, I believe in it. I truly do believe in it. I do think it's really good, really valid, and it would be great to try out. I've actually done it a few times myself thanks to the manga. So yeah, definitely check it out. Oh god, they did that face justice. Oh, I did my girl ah, come on, I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm in an anime. Ah, look at me with my guns. Ah, blah, 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 blah. You have to believe me. I've got a creature, had dreadlocks, and I'm like a spider, and it's crazy to get around me. Like, yeah. I'm sorry, I love Arnold so much. Another reason Hibiki and now Ayaka, y'all are getting introduced to her, are bays because they freaking love freaking action movies like that. I love Commando and all those classic Arnold films. Ah, they're so great, and there's jaws on the side. Ah. Another bae for y'all, Ayaka's older sister, finally animated. They're doing great. I'm loving all the girls finally getting animated. Oh, beautiful. For those of you who are fans of Kengan Ashura, if you look on the posters on the wall, you may see some familiar faces going on, so just keep your eye open. This is why I love Ayaka. It's like she's like the sports one of the group, like the athletics one. Well, until a certain silver-haired girl gets here, but we'll keep her on the wraps for now. But yeah, look at the abs. Look at those ab gains. You only get those from doing that type of boxing. I love it. Oh my god, it's so raw. I love this. Oh my god, yes, they did the freaking dragon flag thing so well. They're doing it so well. I love it so much. I actually have a video coming on advanced calisthenic techniques, so I won't go super in detail with that right now. But for right now, I'll talk about like dragon flags are one of the best core exercises you can do, and core is different than just working your abdominals because like you're working not only the abs, but you're working your lower back too. You're working all of this as a unit. Like you're not just doing like one section, like because some people thought this was just like a reverse crunch, and it's like like very different. Like you're working, you see her lower back off the ground. Like I remember it took me a while to master how to do these. I'm still like practicing because I have like this mental complex of like, I don't want to throw my back out. But yeah, one thing that can help you a lot when doing this is like to keep your leg up, like one leg up, and then slowly lower the other one. And then also flex your buttocks. Make sure you're flexing that buttocks too, because when you're up there, you want to make sure everything is nice and tight and controlled. You don't want to just like lose it, because then that's a great way to throw out your back, and that's no good. And then I think this is one of the reasons why I'm able to do like hold a dragon flag and do like handstands without a wall, because I focused on my core strength so much. But yeah, I love this so much. And what she's talking about with planks right now, planks are a lot of hit and miss with people. I personally do enjoy them because I remember, again, stupid injuries, physical therapy. I've been through a lot of stuff. It helped me a lot when I was rehabilitating my lower back. But I feel like there's better ways to do it now. For example, I love the alternating plank, where you are on doing the plank and making sure your heels push back. Like a lot of people, when they do plank, they just sort of get in the position, so they have like this weird butt, but I have a big butt, so just make sure you always push the heels back, and then like you can alternate your forearms when switching it out. Like that's a great stabilization technique on helping you work the core and get your abdominals nice and strong. So I really love this whole episode right here, and you can do it when watching TV. Like I've done that when watching TV before, just like constantly switching up. I think it's so much fun. It's so much fun just to do that. So yeah, definitely try it out for yourself. I know a lot of people go back and forth on whether planks are good or bad, but in my opinion, I think they work. And again, I'm always telling y'all, test your body, see what works for you. And if you feel like any strain, any sharp pain or anything like that, always stop immediately. But if you feel a dull aching pain, then it's just like, okay, that's good. That means I'm working. That my girl! That my girl! Who girl is that? That my girl! Freaking decking that shit! I told y'all, dude! She hits like freaking Epo with that crap, but no, Epo can't do something like that. Epo can't do that. Epo can't freaking one punch that crap. Oh, that's my girl, Habiki! Yes! 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 Oh, God! Also, I didn't say it last time, but the ending is also a banger, and those are bangers too. Yeah, but yeah, the ending is a banger, yo. Oh, they're doing planks at the end now? Okay, yeah, I love this. I love this, how they're explaining it again. Think it's really good. Love it. Oh, God. I love this show. Thank you, Katagawa, or whatever. Oh, my God. Thank you so much for anime. I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. Well, dudes and dudettes, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, because remember, I'm going to be doing this for every episode of the series, just because I love this series. It's my favorite personal anime of all time, and I hope you enjoy. Be sure to hit that bell icon, too, so that you are always updated when I upload. And, yeah, thank you for watching. So it should be pretty much like every Wednesday I do one of these, like, trainers react things, but, yeah, I'm having such a blast. The anime is looking so great, so good, and then like, oh God, I know, but next week is gonna be one of those ones where I sort of have my opinions on a certain thing, but yeah, that's gonna be, you'll see, that's all I'll say. Anyways, keep calm, booyah on, don't forget, Momentai. Now go train, and if you haven't, go check it out on Funimation, it's so great, I love it.